Hey everybody, I'm Keifer.
And I'm Shawna,
and we're Thompson Square. And we're sitting down with Country Music Rocks.
.net.
Your hit single, Are You Gonna Kiss Me or Not, has topped the charts with the #1 slot. So the first question is, how does it feel to be #1?
Feels good.
It's very surreal.
We're kind of waiting for the dream to end and us to wake up. I mean, it's something that you know every singer-songwriter dreams about when they move to Nashville. You know, and to be able to be here experiencing it right now is just to know that no one can ever take this away from you is it's pretty amazing.
I think the only other thing that we've ever experienced like this was the day we got married. It just seems very surreal and
I don't really remember anything
very
about
exciting.
it. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
That's great.
It's good though.
Good. All right, you're heading off to Vegas for the ACMs this weekend and performing on Fremont Street. And I'm sure this just isn't going to be any Vegas trip for you. What are you looking forward to most since it's going to be so dominated with the country music factor?
I'm looking forward to seeing Shawna in this awesome dress on the red carpet. This is going to be our first red carpet, first ACM as a signed artist, you know, with a song on the radio. Watched it on TV for years. We never imagined we'd be there. So Fremont's going to be, it's going to rock too, you know. But there's so much stuff going on. But I think the red carpet and then being able to sit down there with your peers and and watch the show.
We've been to award shows before, but we've always been like in the cheap seats. You know? So this year we'll be down, you know.
Way back.
Well, that's great. Where did you get a lot of your inspiration for your debut album?
I think most of the inspiration came from each other, our marriage, and each song there's a different mood, you know, but just it's all about love, but not lovey-dovey love. We like to say
lovey no dovey. We listen to all kinds of music, and we always have, and it's not genre specific. I mean, we listen to everything from Roger Miller to Metallica, so it's kind of all over the map. So I mean, I think music was, for me, was a big inspiration. But the overall mood of the album is, I guess, love songs. But it's kind of different because if any single guy or girl was singing any of these songs, they wouldn't be so couple-oriented. But since it's us singing, no matter what song we sing, if it's about love or anything, it's okay. They're talking to each other,
Right.
You know. But it's pretty autobiographical, I guess. You know.
Definitely.
Okay. At this point in your career, who is one of your musical influences that you can each identify with most at this time?
At this point?
Springsteen's still, for me, probably my biggest one. I think Shawna can.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She can relate to that.
Every time we get ready to go downtown to write, he always has Springsteen in the CD player to hopefully be inspired that day.
It works out
for me.
good.
I have a bunch of different ones. It's so hard to pick just one. But Reba, she's a huge influence for me. Etta James, love Etta James.
It's all over the map. I mean,
Yeah.
It's just literally. I mean, our iPod is like crazy.
It makes no sense.
Well, and hopefully their album reflects that to a certain extent, because you know there's some grooves and stuff that I've never heard on a country record, you know, and although some of it might seem aggressive, it's just how we really felt, you know. We wanted to be a little bit eclectic on the record, you know, we just wanted to have fun. We wanted to make the record that we wanted to make,
right?
You know, and thank goodness we had the kind of label that would allow that, you know. So
That's
we had a blast making this record. So
that's good. Between the both of you, you wrote or co-wrote 9 out of the 12 songs on your album. Is writing songs just as important to you as delivering the songs musically? And going forward, will you feel strongly about having that mark on your albums?
For me, definitely, I can't have one without the other. It's for me, you know, start with an idea or a guitar lick, and then seeing it go through all the processes of guitar, vocal, full-blown demo, you know, and then a master recording. That's so rewarding to me as a songwriter.
Songwriting for me is very new. I've only been doing it for probably 3 or 4 years. Performing has always been my thing. I mean, I couldn't imagine not being able to go out and perform. So I'm learning a lot from Keifer though, because he's been songwriting for a while. So it's
She's
been fun.
learning from me. You got that on tape, right?
We do.
I think that was a compliment. It's been a while since I heard one of those. I'm trying to identify these things.
We'll send that to you separately, just that little piece.
I'm just going to keep it on loop.
Okay.
She's really good, though. I mean, she hadn't been doing a whole lot for a long, long time, but the way we seem to be the most successful in writing as far as songs that we can think are good is having her and someone else in the room. So there's three of us usually, and she's a really great, ideal person. She comes up with a lot of great ideas, and then she's a really good editor, and she's, I mean, just all around, it comes pretty naturally to her, so.
Good.
Thanks.
Oh, compliments are just flowing.
I thought I would reciprocate.
There you
I would
go.
reciprocate.
Okay, with your debut album being such a huge success, does this put any type of pressure on you for your second album?
Oh, no.
And are you already starting to think in terms of a second album?
There's pressure now on the second single from this record.
We started thinking about the second record when we canned the first record that day. What are we going to record for the next one?
Yeah.
And you have to. I mean, you can't wait until a month before to try to find and scram songs. So we've been on the song search and been writing, ever since, trying to get to that place because, you always want to better
Sure.
yourself, So we've already got several songs that we think are good candidates for that record. But yeah, I mean, the pressure never stops, and the better you make your record, the better the next one has to be, but that's good. It challenges you to,
Sure.
hopefully your fans are going to get more bang for their buck, when you make a record like that. So
It's tough being number one.
we'll see. Yeah, you can only go one way.
If you could pick a song on the album that you relate to most, which song would you each pick and why?
Oh, wow. The most real song on the album for us together, I think, is As Bad as It Gets, because we wrote that sucker in about 20 minutes, because it's, stuff that goes down at our house every day. So
There's two
that's
songs.
the most real song on there.
Well, that is one. We're kind of a funny couple. We're not conventional at all, I don't think. I mean, we talk to each other, and people are like, oh my God, if I said it to my wife or if I said it to my husband, they would leave me. But there's really two songs on the record that, for me, that we relate to the most. The funny side of us is As Bad as It Gets. The serious side of us is All the Way for me, because that really kind of wraps up how I feel about us, and that's a really special song to me every time we sing it or whatever. But As Bad as It Gets is definitely the whole walking around the house in my underwear and her making us late and the whole toilet seat thing. I mean, that's pretty real.
Okay. Being such talented songwriters, if you could pen a song for any artist to record, who would you pick and why? In any genre.
It had to be Springsteen for me.
It'd be... Oh, sorry. I just got excited.
If you can get one, past him, I mean, he's kind of, I started writing. I mean, I have a bunch of country influences and other rock influences, but he's country too. I mean, he's country and he's rock and he's folk and he's everything. And for some reason, his music just has always kind of been at the forefront for me. But to be able to hear him sing one of your songs would be pretty stupid.
Merle Haggard for me. Totally. Same thing. I mean, he's a huge songwriter, so if he thinks your song's good enough to perform, then that would totally be the one for me.
Okay. Just a couple more. You joined Jason Aldean's My Kind of Party tour last fall, and you're rejoining him again this summer. What did you learn last year that you can apply this year when you're on stage?
Pace myself when it comes to consumption of food. You got to bring it when you're at that show. Especially as being the first act out there. You got 15 minutes to do anything. So I mean, it's almost impossible.
Jason's crowds are there to party too.
You cannot stand there in one spot and sing. And really, it pushed us to do what we love to do, which is, we want to run around and, I want to strip down and jump out in the crowd and mosh. That's how excited I get when we get to playing. But yeah, we learned real quick that you're gonna have to bring it. You can't be docile at all out there.
What do you find is the hardest thing being out on the road for long periods of time, and what do you enjoy most about being out on the road?
The hardest thing for me is being in a beautiful city like Portland or Seattle or wherever, and not being able to like experience the city. Because we're just
having to go
there.
having to go to Applebee's in every city.
Yeah.
Love Applebee's. I'm just saying, you know.
That's the hardest thing for me.
I think the best thing is we get to be together and we have the same dream and we get to do the same thing and we get to do it together, and that's just, people just don't get to do that, you know.
Right.
And for us it works. This is how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be together all the time. It's the only way it works. We can't be apart. So I mean, we get aggravated at each other every once in a while, but for the most part it's good, you know. But yeah, just being able to travel, being on a beautiful bus, and just cruising around with the guys, having fun, and just enjoying this chapter of our life, you know.
Good. Okay. So we have 5 quick questions that we always ask in interviews, and you have to give us the first thing you think of.
Okay.
All right. First question. You can't go a day without. You can't think.
Playing my guitar.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't go a day without makeup.
There you go. Before a show, you always.
Pray.
Brush my teeth.
Your idea of relaxing is.
Watching a movie in bed.
Ride my motorcycle.
Your favorite fast food item.
Hot dogs.
Hamburgers.
Okay. And one important item that
Coney
you have.
Islander hot dogs. Be specific.
One important item you have to take with you on the road from home.
Like a good luck thing.
Just something
Anything.
you.
Security blanket.
Just something you like to have with you on the road from home.
We usually take the blanket from our bed at home.
I think I like my pillow. Take the pillow.
All right. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to interview with us. And
Very welcome.
We certainly appreciate it, and we can't wait for your show. I'm sure it's going to rock.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
We were sitting up there on your mama's roof, talking about everything under the moon, with a smell of honeysuckle and your perfume. All I could think about was my next move. Oh, but you were so shy, so was I. Maybe that's why it was so hard to believe when you smiled and said to me, "Are you gonna kiss me all night? Are we gonna do this or why? I think you know I like you a lot, but you're about to miss your shot. Are you gonna kiss me all night?" It was the best dang kiss that I ever had, except for that long one after that. And I knew if I wanted this thing to last, sooner or later I'd have to ask for your hand. So I took a chance, bought a wedding band, and got down on one knee. And you smiled and said to me, "Are you gonna kiss me all night? Are we gonna do this or why? I think you know I love you a lot. I think we got a real good shot. Are you gonna kiss me all night?" So we planned it all out for the middle of June, from the wedding cake to the honeymoon. And your mama cried when you walked down the aisle. When the preacher man said, "Say I do," I did. You did too. Then I lifted that veil and saw your pretty smile, and I said, "Are you gonna kiss me